Hello everyone, and welcome to our next game of the UDL, the Unaware Draft League. And this week we are playing our good friend Mr. Stal and his team, the Lake Erie Lugias. Definitely like a very important game for us. I think we desperately need the win. But yeah, let's just get right into Stal's team. First of all, Stal has that terrifying Tera Landorus, not incarnate. Yeah, incarnate. Landorus incarnate. Incarnate's the one that looks like a guy in a cloud. I am correct. Therian is the weird one. But no, this is a Tera Landorus incarnate, which I genuinely think might be the scariest Tera captain in the entire league. So yeah, that is going to be a nuisance to deal with. That thing is terrifying, being any Terra type, obviously. He has a Greninja, which gives him good speed. Gouging Fire, one of the best draft league mods. Annihilate, another very scary mod. Corviknight, one of the best defensive mods. Araquanid, one of the best webbers. Free Terra Iron Thorns, which I think is a very, very solid second Terra captain. And Alolan Ninetales for both Snow and also Aurora Veil. Free Terra Alolan Sandslash, which obviously can use its Slush Rush combined with the Alolan Ninetales to be a terrifying threat. And a Clodsire, very good Unaware Mon, and a good Spadeffle in general. So yeah, just an incredible team on Stal's side. This is like genuinely one of the best drafts I've like ever seen. So this is gonna be a really, really tough game. But let's just see if we can try our best to beat it. First of all, and to get into our team that we're bringing, First of all, we have Black Glasses Trap Shadow. We are Max Attack Jolly. I think this, we are just going to try and trick him a bit, make him think that we are abandoned when we're really not. We are Swords Dance Trailblaze. We're just going to try and set up and win with this. Stal's team obviously is very terrifying, but Wicked Blow does very, very nice into the team. The only resists to Wicked Blow are Greninja, which still probably crumbles to a... Still, I'm pretty sure crumbles to a +2 Wicked Blow. And Alolan Ninetales is the main one, obviously getting that Snow boost this gen and also being a resist. But +2 close combat still does a lot of damage if that thing is not like max Fizz Def. So yeah, we have the Trailblaze to boost our speed. We do have enough speed, I believe, to always outspeed max speed Gouging Fire. But after the Trailblaze, we can also outspeed everything that is Scarfed that's slower than us, and also non-Scarfed Landorus, which obviously wants to run Knife Orb a lot. Greninja, which does want to run Boost Guidance, but could be Scarfed, but we don't really care too much about it being Scarfed. Because it will still crumble to a Wicked Blow, and I don't think it has anything that can outright Oko us. We have the Ninetales, which if that is Scarfed, that is quite scary, but if it is Scarfed and it's not creeping us, then we do a lot of damage, but if it is, it'd be creeping the Paddlefish, I'd assume. So it would outspeed us. But yeah, that is our Urshifu set. I think it can be very deadly if we can put it into the right position. Next up, we have Boots Cinderace with Court Change. Court Change is very important. We are Libero as well, I should mention. We can U-turn around. We have High Jump Kick. Obviously, this is our speed control. We're faster than everything not named Greninja that isn't Scarfed. High Jump Kick does a lot of damage to Styles' team, and Power Ball is just a very, very nice stab. Court Change is very important, obviously, because we can Court Change Aurora Veils, gain Aurora Veils for ourselves. Obviously, this is our only form of removal, so Style might bring like rocks on something like Landorus or Annihilate or Clodsire, and this also allows us to flip those and put them on his side of the field when he doesn't really like rocks. Next up, we have our Terra Captain, our one boy, Superior. With the Wise Glasses, we are Terra Electric this week, and that is mainly to be able to possibly break through that Corviknight, which I do think is going to come Spadef to try and wall us. We have Leaf Storm, Terra Blast Electric, Dragon Pulse is there for that Gouging Fire, so we can hit it. And also generally just gives us a nice neutral move into a lot of things. And then Gastro Acid, there's a lot of abilities that we like turning off this game. We could turn off Sheer Force from Landorus, we could turn off Mirror Armor, Corviknight, or Unnerve or something, even though it doesn't really matter. We can turn off like a Water Bubble on Araquanid is a cool one. We can turn off Slush Rush on Thing. We can turn off Unaware on Clodsire. That's mainly what it's for, turning off Unaware on Clodsire and allowing us to break through with Leaf Storm spam. But yeah, that is, Wise Glasses just gives us a bit of a damage boost because we don't need any particular item otherwise. Next up, we have Colberberry, Bronzong. We are max, I believe, Fizz Def. This is our Landorus check because Landorus is a problem. Bit of metagaming here, but I do know that Stal recently learned that Crunch from Landorus actually does more damage because of sheer force. I don't think Landorus gets the Dark Pulse, so yeah, I do expect him to be bringing Crunch to deal with our Bronze Zone, which is obviously levitating to be immune to the Earth powers. So we do have the Cobbleberry and Max Fizdef to be able to wall that, because I do think that's going to be his main click. I think he's going to potentially be like Earth Power, Poison move, fighting move, and then Crunch, or potentially like Nasty Plot or something. We have Gyroball to deal a lot of damage to the Stal team. Body Press, we are Max Fizdef, so we do a lot of damage with that. Ice Spinner is there for that Landorus. And then Earthquake, that gives us an option to be able to hit the Gouging Fire, which could be the swap-in. Next up, we have our second, I said only Tera Captain, I don't know what I was talking about, I'm thinking about a different team, no worries. We have Tera Ice Raging Bolt with the Assault Vest, and that is to take advantage of the Snow Defense boost. While also having an Assault Vest, we do have the Weather Ball, so if he doesn't bring the snow, we can do a lot of damage with that. We can Volt Switch around, we can Draco Meteor to hit, obviously, that annoying Gouging Fire, which I think is going to be his main answer. And then we have Thunderclap to get some strong priority, especially into that Greninja, which is a big threat. And then, finally, we have our Petron, which is, I believe, acting as another very Fizdef Mon this week. We have a very, very peculiar set this week, which is Curse, Recover, Protect, and Pong Shot. Pong Shot allows us to Pong Shot around, just lower things attacks. And the main point of this is just to get in front of something like a Dragon Dance and Gouging Fire, click a Curse, and then basically scare him out, because obviously he's taking that Curse damage. Then we can recover up all that HP and just do things again. I was considering like putting like, I think it was Mean Look. I don't think he gets blocked, but Mean Look on this to like trap things, but I do think he's probably just going to swap most of the time on turn 1, and so I got Protect instead, just because it allows us to gain an extra turn of damage if he does choose to stay in, and overall it's probably just a little bit better. We do have that Black Splodge to get a little bit of recovery during the Protect as well. So yeah, that is our team for week, I believe it's week 4, yeah, week 4 of the UDL. I could be wrong. We're in week 4, right? I'm not being silly. Oh my god. No, this is week 3, this is our team for week 3 of the UDL, and I'll see you lot all in the next battle. Sorry. Hello everyone, and welcome to week 3 of the Unaware Draft League. We are playing Stal and his team, the Lake Erie Lugias. He is a Tera Grass Landorus. He brings the Annihilate, brings the Landorus, does bring Snow in the Ninetales, brings the Clodsire, brings the Gouging Fire, and finally brings the Greninja. Okay. Pretty much what I expected. No Sand Slash, so no Speedy Snow shenanigans going on. We also see no Corviknight, which is very interesting. That's exactly what I was electric set, so it's a bit annoying. No Arachnids, no Webs. And then yeah, no Sand Slash. And no Iron Thorns as well. So only the one Tera Cat. Okay. That's nice. Cinderace is a great lead into everything not called Greninja. I'm just gonna lead Cinderace just because it can scare off the Ninetales potentially. We don't hate Veil going up because we can always court change it to our side later, but still. Not like letting it go up is probably ideal. But yeah, scary team from Stal. Let's see if we can break it down. Especially that Gouging Fire, man. That thing's always the threat. Let's do this. Get some calcs running. What is the lead from Stal? Are we told though it is the Annihilate? Okay. Now, if this is max HP, we do half with the Pyro Ball here. I don't hate just clicking it turn 1. This could be like Choice Scarf or something along those lines. I do know this thing runs Earthquake. How much does that do? Let's see on max attack. That is doing 80%, which is scary. You don't have the greatest weapons to this guy. I think I am just gonna Pyro Ball, right? He is Choice Scarfed. Okay, so we learn he's Scarfed on the 8. Okay, good information. Choice Scarf Annihilate. And we see U-turn come out from him.
Something has to take a fireball here. Probably the gouging fire if I had to guess. The Nami. Kind of sounds like a gouging fire. It is. We do hit it. And we crit it. Okay, that looks defensive then. Yeah, and we see leftovers. Okay. I do think I just immediately want to U-turn out on this then. 2, 6, 7, 3, 4. 54 damage from a Annihilate U-turn. We don't see helmet or anything because we've seen leftovers from this guy. So you are defensive. I guess I go straight into my Petron here. He's sub. Ooh, does Curse go through sub? We're about to find out. That is unfortunate. We're just gonna have to parting shot here. So we've seen sub lefties. We know he's defensive, or at least has some bulk to him, based on that crit. And he is just gonna DD. Okay. So he's at +1 speed. I'm just gonna Wicked Blow into the substitute. He wants to Heat Crash, okay. That is offensive. Wish I was Choice Scoffed. We do see Heat Crash sub. Dragon Dance. Last move is probably Breaking Swipe if I had to guess. I'm just gonna Wicked Blow again. As he's gonna KO me with a Heat Crash. This is bad. Real bad. We could just honestly lose on the spot to this. Where do we go? Panic stations is the answer here. We don't have glare. I forgot I put gastro acid on here. Okay. That's actually really, really bad. Yeah, I think honestly we just lose to gouging fire. We don't have a move to hit this. What am I doing? I should have gone Cinderace. I'm getting silly with my decisions. He's Earthquake. He is Earthquake. I'm gonna Draco on the chance that he tries to sub here, but yeah. This I think is over. Yeah, this is just misprep for me. GG's to Stal. He goes for another sub, wow. Yeah, sub breaks. Yeah, he goes into the ape, and we take recoil, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but what else can you do at this point? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gouging Fire is low now. That is one saving grace we have, although I think Scarf Ape just kills everything, to be honest. There's the Lando. Didn't even need to hit the field. This is Terra Grass. Let's see what it wants to do. Okay, you're crunch. I had a feeling you were. Good prediction. Should have just gone Bronzong. What am I doing? I have it here for a reason. It's a silliness. We're getting calls right now, but we just gave a Petron for no reason, and that's game over. Because there's no way we can... Ooh. These are some really nice calls in the mid-game. That crit, I don't know how much I'm mad, but down goes Ninja. We still lose to Annihilate at the end of the day. Scarfape's definitely going to be us. Gouging Fire just comes out now. That was Fire, right? Yeah. And we will Earthquake here. He's just going to DD in our face, okay? I think that's just going to win in the game. So I don't have anything to beat this down. Did we kill? Nope. I don't think we take one. We do take one. Okay. We do still have Cinderace around. I did not remember that. But everything is way too low. I think he lets us go and then Ape cleans up if it has like close combat or anything like that. He lets it go down. Yeah, that should be game. Just a simple CC Choice Scarf Annihilate play here. That sounds like Annihilate. That sounds like a win. Yeah, CC. GG's. GG's to Stal. He played phenomenally. Definitely deserves the win. I didn't prep hard enough for Gathering Fire, and I think the time that really lost me the game was letting Petron die to Landorus. If I had just gone into Bronzong like I should have that turn, I would have been completely fine. And then we would have still had Petron around and would have been able to deal with that Scarf Annihilate. But yeah, GG's to Stal. Good game. And I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.